The year is 1555. In the quiet French town of Salon de Provence, a man sits in his study, surrounded by the tools of his trade: an astrolabe, a brass bowl, a quill, and the smell of parchment. His name is Michel de Nostradamus, but we know him as Nostradamus. By day, he is an apothecary, a healer who battled the plague. But by night, he is something else entirely: a seer, gazing into the future. It is in this year that he publishes Les Prophecies, a book of 942 poetic quatrains, or four-line verses, that he claimed contained visions of the next 2,000 years. The book was an immediate sensation, catching the attention of royalty, most notably Catherine de' Medici, the Queen of France. But what was he really doing? Was he a true prophet, his mind unlocked by some secret, hermetic knowledge? Or was he a brilliant wordsmith, a master of ambiguity, creating a text so vague it could be twisted to fit almost any event? To understand the enduring power of Nostradamus, we must first look past the legend and into the mind of the man. He wrote in a melange of French, Provençal, Latin, and Greek, using highly symbolic language, metaphors, and anagrams. He never gave clear dates, only cryptic centuries. He was, in essence, building the world's most durable Rorschach test, a literary inkblot onto which every generation could project its greatest fears and most monumental events. Nostradamus did not simply close his eyes and transcribe visions from the future. His process, described in his letters, was a specific ritual known as scrying. He would enter a trance-like state, often by staring into a bowl of water resting on a brass tripod. In this state of furious contemplation, as he called it, he would see images, flames, symbols, scenes of future turmoil. He would then translate these fleeting images into the dense, poetic quatrains that fill his book. It's crucial to understand that he was not writing a history book of the future. He was composing poetry inspired by visions. This poetic nature is the key to his longevity. He didn't write. In 1942, Adolf Hitler would lead Germany into a world war and commit genocide. Instead, he wrote lines that could be interpreted that way after the fact. Phrases like, "Beasts mad with hunger will swim across rivers," or "The great man will be struck down in the day by a thunderbolt," are not facts. They are puzzles. His primary sources were not crystal balls, but historical texts, classical mythology, and the Bible. He was extrapolating future events based on cyclical patterns of history, a common belief in the Renaissance. He saw history as a wheel, with rises and falls, plagues and wars, repeating in different guises. His genius was in packaging these cyclical patterns in language so obscure it became timeless. This is where the fun begins. For over 4 centuries, believers and skeptics alike have pored over the quatrains, matching them to world events, with often stunning apparent accuracy. Let's look at some of the most famous examples. The rise of Adolf Hitler is often seen in Century 2, Quatrain 24. "Beasts mad with hunger will swim across rivers. The greater part of the army will be against the Hister. The great one will be dragged in an iron cage when the child of Germany observes nothing." The word Hister is incredibly close to Hitler, and the beasts mad with hunger easily conjure images of the Nazi war machine. The iron cage could be a metaphor for the Führer bunker. Another famous hit is the Great Fire of London in 1666. Century 2, Quatrain 51 reads, "The blood of the just will be demanded of London, burnt by the fire in the year 66. This seems remarkably precise. The assassination of John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert is another popular match. Century 1, Quatrain 26 mentions, The great man will be struck down in the day by a thunderbolt, which some say predicts JFK's shooting. Another quatrain speaks of the great brother will be struck by the arrow, which is linked to RFK. Perhaps the most chilling and most frequently cited after 2001 is the prediction of the 9/11 attacks. Century 6, Quatrain 97 states, 5 and 40 degrees, the sky will burn. Fire approaches the great new city. New York City lies close to the 45th parallel north. The great new city is a perfect description for the then nascent New York. In the city of York, there will be a great collapse. Two brothers torn apart by chaos. The phrase City of York is seen as a direct link. The two brothers are sometimes interpreted as the Twin Towers. The evidence seems compelling, even overwhelming. But is it? Now let's put on our skeptic's hat. The apparent accuracy of Nostradamus collapses under a few simple but powerful principles. The first is retroactive clairvoyance, or hindsight bias. We are not reading the quatrains to predict the future. We are looking back at the past, searching for lines that fit events we already know happened. Our brains are pattern recognition machines, and we are exceptionally good at finding patterns, even where none exist. The second principle is vagueness and ambiguity. Nostradamus's quatrains are not specific. Take the 9/11 example. The line 5 and 40 degrees the sky will burn could refer to hundreds of cities around the world near the 45th parallel, including Montreal, Milan, or Belgrade. The great new city could be any modern metropolis founded in the last 500 years. The two brothers could be literal siblings, two leaders, two nations, or two towers. It is only after the tragedy that we make the connection, forcing the square peg of the verse into the round hole of the event. The third tool is translation and alteration. Many of the most famous accurate predictions are the result of mistranslation or, in some cases, outright fabrication. The word Hister in the Hitler quatrain almost certainly refers to the Danube River. Ister in Latin, not the German dictator. The fire in the year 66 for the London fire is compelling, but Nostradamus wrote centuries, not specific years. The quatrain could have been referring to any number of fires in any city over a 100-year period. Furthermore, after major events, quotes attributed to Nostradamus often circulate that are simply made up, designed to seem eerily accurate and go viral. The real prophecy is not in the text, but in our desperate need to believe that the chaos of history has a pattern and that someone could have seen it coming. If the evidence is so shaky, why does Nostradamus remain a cultural fixture over 450 years after his death? The answer lies not in his accuracy, but in our psychology. We live in an uncertain world. Wars, pandemics, and technological shifts create deep anxiety. Nostradamus provides a strange form of comfort. The idea that the future is already written, even if it's grim, can be less terrifying than the idea that it is random and chaotic. If a 16th century apothecary could foresee our troubles, then perhaps there is a grand narrative, a destiny to it all. He acts as a mirror for our collective fears. During World War II, the Allies and Axis both used his prophecies for propaganda. During the Cold War, he was said to have predicted nuclear annihilation. Today, he is trotted out for everything from climate change to the rise of artificial intelligence. Nostradamus is a blank canvas. He doesn't tell us what will happen. He reflects back what we are already afraid might happen. He is also a fantastic story. The image of the lone sage peering through the veil of time is a powerful archetype. It taps into our fascination with the mysterious, the occult, and the idea of hidden knowledge. In a world explained by science, Nostradamus offers a tantalizing hint of magic. The journey of Nostradamus from a Renaissance bestseller to an internet phenomenon is a story of media adaptation. His prophecies have thrived in every new medium. In the 20th century, it was cheap paperbacks and sensationalist television documentaries that repackaged his quatrains for new audiences. But the internet has been his true amplifier. In the digital age, Nostradamus has found his perfect habitat. A single quatrain can be taken out of context, given a slick graphic, and shared across social media platforms within minutes of a major world event. Algorithms favor engagement, and what is more engaging than a post that claims, "Nostradamus predicted this"? The global, instantaneous nature of the web means that an interpretation crafted in one country can become a fact in another in seconds. This digital life has made it harder than ever to separate the authentic quatrains from the fabricated ones. The myth of Nostradamus is no longer maintained by scholars in libraries, but by millions of users on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter, collectively building a modern folklore around his name. He has become less a historical figure and more a meme, a symbol of prophecy itself. So, how accurate are the predictions of Nostradamus? The most honest answer is that he is as accurate as we want him to be. He was not a prophet in the literal sense of forecasting specific events. He was a man of his time, using the tools and beliefs of the Renaissance to make sense of a turbulent world. His true legacy is not a catalogue of future events, but a profound demonstration of the power of language and the human mind's incredible capacity to find meaning. Nostradamus's greatest prediction was not about Hitler or 9/11. It was the prediction that humanity would forever be searching for signs, for patterns, for a way to see order in the chaos. He crafted a key that could fit any lock, and we are the ones who keep testing it on every new door that history opens. He remains the ultimate prophet of ambiguity, and in our increasingly complex and frightening world, that may be the most valuable prophecy of all. If you're finding these insights valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel. By hitting that subscribe button, you're not just supporting this work, you're ensuring you don't miss our future videos, where we'll continue to break down complex topics into clear, actionable ideas. Your subscription is the best way to build a library of knowledge together.